And hey, I'm back with the second video on this tutorial here. I hope everyone's doing great. And I've completely messed up the game. Alright, there we are. So, here, as you can see, this is exactly where I stopped off from last time. Going to collect that engine that I was making. And I will go ahead and start making. The cardboard is a nice idea because it's really good for just making a lot of it. But I'm not going to because it's even less durable than our scrap wood over here. So go ahead and make your wheels, and you need 6 bearings and a seat, an engine, and connect tool. And that's pretty much it. But what I'm going to do right now is herd some cows in, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go over here and make a little cow pen. It's not really needed to make a big cow pen. You can make something that's small, compact, but I want to make something that's pretty decent sized. And if you're wondering, right after I make this cow pen, we're going to go on to regular farming and not livestock farming, so let me just wait a quick second here. So what we're going to do, we're just going to simply go here, make a little pen, and it's going to be just something decently sized that they cannot get out of. I haven't done much with this cow pen idea, or even really livestock farming at all, but as you can see, I already have the building technique down. What you're going to want to do, you're going to continue just building like a small pen that's going to enclose your animals and, well, just make sure that they can survive and live. So this is going to be a pen that I'm going to try to close a couple cows in at least. As you can see, I'm one of the worst builders that you're going to find in Scrap Mechanic, but I do know how to get things done. That's what matters. So what we're going to go do now is, on my way over here in the last video I installed this, and what I'm going to do is break it. This corn is not for you to eat. Even if you wanted to, you can't. So you can go ahead and just take this here and break it off. You see, I'm getting a lot of this just from one thing. That's because these corn things are ridiculously big. But what you're going to do, as you can see, I have a bunch of corn. I'm going to now take that corn and see this cow right here. Even if you just have it in your hand, it's not going to work. So you can slowly lead it towards your crate if you put the corn close enough to it. I don't know exactly what the distance is for these cows to acknowledge the fact that there's corn in front of them. But yeah, when they eat corn, they eventually produce milk. This milk is drinkable and does somehow give you hunger. Oh no! But yeah, alright, so if this idea does not work, what you're gonna do is herd them. Herd them to the area that you want them to go, and I'm 100% dehydrated. I like the way they run, that is kind of funny. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to find another cow. And I'm going to open this up from the other side because I realize that I actually cannot see through this side. What did I just do? I don't know. Alright, this is a tedious process. Alright, so now that I have this, that cow that I just heard is right there. Now, take this into consideration. These cows do die. Not the best idea to try to kill them right away. No, cow, hey, come on. Come on, man. You don't want to give us any more? Are you not happy with me right now? No. You can't really push them that great because they're cows and you are a dwarf. But some cows don't seem to really care. But alright, so this is the first cow that I've gotten, and kabam. So now you're going to just close this up. As you can see, I suck with building and scrap mechanic. But what you do need to do if you do end up building extra areas, try to delete as much of it as possible without like breaking your structure, because you're going to want as much resources as possible. I am so sorry if you hear that. That's most likely my dog. Not the brightest in the box. So what you're gonna do is just kind of feed them. They instantly eat it most of the times. So what I'm gonna do here is just kind of stack some corn over here. Whenever it's hungry, it'll make some of its milk with the corn that I'm feeding him. Alright, so I have that walk there. Bam. So now we're going to do crop farming. I'm going to keep my crops decently close to the animal farm just because I like them. Actually, no. What I'm going to do, there's no oceans around this list. Alright, so what I'm gonna run over here real quick. And I'm going to start planting crops. There's no ocean over here. Okay. This is bad. So, since there's no ocean around, that means that there's no place to get water, which then means crops are going to be harder to grow. So, this is not good. Oh, okay, so there's a source of water right over here. That is great, actually. Alright, so what I'm going to do, you want to keep your crops decently close to water, or yeah, decently close to water. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to kind of plant my crops right over here. Just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that uneven, and then yeah, so that's that. I'm not going to put the other crops down there. That looks actually terrible. Never mind, I'm going to put crops down. So now that you have this, you're going to take your seeds. I'm going to plant beetroot because they're pretty much like, they're really good actually. And I just remembered something actually. I don't have any seeds. Oh no, I have seeds. I don't have any fertilizer. And if you're wondering, no, you do not have to have fertilizer. Fertilizer is just so you can grow your stuff quicker. But what I'm going to do, since I don't have fertilizer, I'm just going to use water using that bucket that I found in the last episode. I realize that this is actually not going to be the greatest, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to in between this episode and next episode, or sometime, I'm going to go back and get that. I suck at aiming. I'm going to go back and get that the fertilizer and the other seeds to make sure that I can make this process as quick as easy. And see, as you can see, there's no like timer on it. That's because that it has to be above 9 crops for there to be a timer. I'm holding caps lock, that's why I'm not sprinting. Alright, so now they're all sitting here together. What I'm gonna do because farm bots can still come across it and then start tearing it down. So what I'm gonna do is just like a little. Okay, that's not it. That, and then like that. It's just like a little barrier so I can keep this stuff all nice and undestroyed by the farm bots. If you're wondering why this is so janty, it's just because I'm not really going to just keep this here. This is going to be a temporary farm. I'm going to find an area that's going to be more suited, and that's going to help with the, well, that's going to help with a lot of things actually. It's going to help with the growing of crops, the amount of crops, because there are some people who are, I'm sure, doing mass production of crops right now, and yes, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very jealous. But I'm just going to find an area like this that's suitable, and that's not going to be a pain to try to protect. As you can see, it's really low, and farm bots could probably just walk right over this over here. But for right now, that's just going to be what I'm going to have to do. And if farm bots come over here, then, well, I guess they're going to just have to deal with the fact that they can get in here easily. I'm sure they won't be too hard. I won't be too harsh about it. Anyways, so back at this place over here, where I'm going to go ahead and craft the first vehicle in Scrap Mechanic. This, I think, can be scary when you're first starting and you don't really know exactly what to do. But you're going to be just fine. That's what I'm going to say. And what we're going to do here, we're going to get this right here, and then we're going to continue. So when I say continue, I mean like we're going to go. Alright, so that's 2 wheels. If you're wondering, yes, this is a very tedious process to build a vehicle because you need all the required things. And I'm only getting this because of the storage. There's no real. Oh, I don't need that. I wish I could cancel. But what I'm just going to be using this here. I already have an engine, and then. Alright, so now I'm going to build a seat, and then I'll have all the parts necessary except wood, because I just used it all. That's an issue. Okay, so now that we have the parts for a vehicle, I'm going to go and craft one. Here, what you're going to do is just like in creative, only with not unlimited parts. Place your lift down. That is a lovely animation. And you're going to. I don't have enough wood. So, as I said in the last video, wood's very easy to collect here. Just going to hold E to refine, and well, yeah, it's going to collect you wood. It's going to help you with just short-term things like this. Okay guys, I'm gonna be right back with the wood collecting, and this is terrible, but I'll be right back, and I'll show you the vehicle that's going to be made. Alrighty then. Hello. So, I know that might have been annoying, but I now have 142 wood. That's perfect. I gathered exactly 100. So what you're gonna do, just build like a nice, if that would actually drag, thank you. And just a nice flat board. What I like to do is put that there, and then so I can get a center point on the board, do that. Yeah, you can just build like half and half, but I don't do that. So what you're going to do here is grab your engine, your 3 bearings, that's supposed to be 6, don't worry, I'm going to grab all that there, connection tool, all your wheels, all the wheels that are going to be needed, I mean, and then you're going to so this is the flowers, or not flowers, but the things that I was growing earlier. As you can see, not grown yet. They not the best when it comes to growing without fertilizer. But as I said, between this episode and next episode, I will go back and get the fertilizer, so I can continue this walkthrough and make it a little bit better. If you feel like this isn't a walkthrough, technically, not a normal walkthrough, I'm just gonna say that at least. But helpful really is to me with walkthroughs. So nice. I don't know if it died, despawned, or if this is it right here. It got it out. But make sure that you have these to where they can't get out. I just didn't want to waste a bunch of materials on it, so I didn't. So you have this lovely thing here. You don't have all the bearings you need because you didn't think. But what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna make a bike, because I know this is not going to have like all that stabilization that a bike does, but I feel like if I do this correctly, actually wait, just not there. If I do this correctly, then this could technically work. So I'm only saying that this can technically work because I need steering. Yeah. Alright, so I have all 4 wheels, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is use something for stabilization. Instead of like a glitch or something, like a suspension glitch. Because I'm pretty sure suspension glitches are not going to be cheap and easy to find. Let's find the parts for it. Anyways, now what I'm gonna do is, you might be wondering why I did that. They're really just for like, so it's closer to the center since the center of mass or center of weight, I forgot it. But, okay, so that's not it. You need to be there, and then I feel like this is a good way, if I can pull this off, this would be a good way to save materials, and also save gas usage, and plus I can do all-wheel drive if I do it this way. So now what I'm going to do is, oh yeah, I need to put that on there. So how did that even happen? Alright, so I'm going to make these 3 high. Alright, so now that they're 3 high and then I have this, I'm going to use my lovely lift. 3. Put this on the lift. Lift. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, as you can see, that's upside down, so oh, come on. There we go. See, this is pretty great already. Alright, and then we're going to put the seat on over here. Did my seat just... oh, here it is. Alright, so I'm going to have a seat out there. I'm going to go like this. I know I said I'd make a bike. This is not a bike whatsoever. This is more of a car that had a lot of issues during its life, so this is what happened to it. So what I'm going to do, go ahead and hook these into the steering. And if you're wondering, no idea exactly how this is supposed to go. I think this is supposed to be to the right, and then this one can be to the left. And then what I'm going to now do is get the engine. Alright, so now that I have the engine, go ahead and put that up to the seat. Put that up there. Alright, so now that I have those both nice and forward, this I feel is going to work. Again, whenever I get more bearing, I'm going to replace the way this is all situated here, but this is just it for now. And I feel like this is not going to work. But before I completely lose hope, first we need to get gas into here, and I guess I'll go there. So it's not terrible. It works. It kind of works. So this is going to be a project to work on, and it's... I was really hoping, because I put the seat on that side, that it'd actually do something different, but I forgot that I'm still playing Scrap Mechanic, so this is not gonna work, is it? So, yeah. Again, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and hope I can solve them. And we will start off from here in the next video. I hope I see you guys then. Until then, have a great day.